Hello everyone, welcome back to another stream. How are you all? Hi. Hello dear Bano. Hi Zaki. Hey Ken. I'm doing good. How about you guys? Let's right. Bano. Hello dear Bano. Welcome. How are you? Hey Zaki. Best of luck for your exams. Zaki is here. Hi. Ken is here. Hi Ken. Oh. N is capital. Hi. Salam, how are you? Walaikum salam. I'm good. How about you, dear? Lots of love. Thank you so much for joining, dear Bano. How are you doing today? Let's try it can again, but with a small n. Thank you. You're most welcome. I had my exam and I passed. I got 29 out of 30. Congratulations, dear Bano. Thank you so much. I missed you too, guys. A lot. Welcome back. Thank you so much. You're most welcome, dear. So proud of you. You're so intelligent. My name is Ishal. Hi. Hello. Welcome, guys. Comment your good names. Beautiful names. Can you write your name for me? Okay, dear Bano. Here is mine for you. Hi, Laz. Welcome. Hello, Arshia. How are you? Here is your good name. Welcome. And Saddam. Yay! Now my voice is back. Hello everyone. Hi Simran, how are you? Welcome. Hi, hey Sayora, welcome. Guys, don't forget to double tap on your screens. Sayora is here. Hi dear Sayora, how are you? Here is your beautiful name. Hi dear, here is yours. How are you? What a beautiful name you have. Here is your good name. Hi dear Adeline, how are you? Here is yours. Hi. Welcome. Zaki Live was muted. Hello. I'm good. How about you, dear Lars? Welcome. Hi, Mina. How are you? Here is your good name. Welcome. Hello, dear Leela. Here is yours. That's a moderator, dear. Hi, dear Tanoshini. Here is yours. Welcome. Here is your beautiful name. Hi, Iftar. How are you? Here is yours. Hello, dear Chloe. Here is your good name. Hi, dear Dia. Here is yours. Welcome. Thank you. You are most welcome, dear. Let me check who is next. Clara. Hello, dear Clara. Here is yours. Hi, dear Nasser. Here is your good name. Hi Zainab, welcome. Guys, don't forget to double tap on your screens. And there is a subscribe button waiting for your finger press. Nazli, hi Nazli, merhaba. Nisal Sam, here is yours. Hi dear Teja, here is your beautiful name. Yes. Tano Shini, welcome. Tano Shini, what a unique name you have. Here is your beautiful name. Hi, dear Irina. Here is yours. Hi, Vishali. Welcome. How are you? Hello, dear Rayhan. Here is your good name. How are you? Hello, dear Meher. Here is yours. Can you guys hear me? Manish. Hi, Manish. Welcome. How are you? Here is yours. Yes, thank you so much for telling. Thank you, guys. Let's write Waji and Hassan. Here is yours. Welcome. Hi, dear Ashir. Here is your beautiful name. Welcome, Ashir. How are you? Sushma. How are you? Here is yours. Hello, dear Shashwan. Here is your beautiful name. How are you? Welcome. Hi, dear Serene. Here is yours. Welcome, dear. Hi, Daniela. How are you? Here is your good name. Hi, dear Arosi. Here is yours. Welcome, Arosi. How are you? Let's try Nana Khan. N-A. Oh, I forgot to write the E. Hi, Khan. Welcome. How are you? Hello, dear Emil. Here is your beautiful name. Hi, dear Huda. Here is yours. Welcome. Hello, dear Allah. Oh, wow, what a unique name you have. Here is yours. Hi, Safa. Welcome. How are you? Bye bye, Zaki. Take care. Fiamanullah. Hey, Yana. How are you? Here is yours. Oh, hide and seek. Hey, dear Al. Here is yours. Hi, Anna. Here is your beautiful name. How are you? Hi, dear Shafiq. Here is yours. Hi, dear Hamza. Here is your good name. Hi, Ishal. Welcome, dear. How are you? Guys, don't forget to like the live. Let me check. Oh, thank God. Okay. Vishal, welcome. Hello, dear Noor. Here is yours. 50? No, more than 300. Hi, dear Lian. Here is yours. How are you? Hi, dear Ibiha. Here is a good name. Hello, dear Rana. Here is yours. Hi. More than 300, I said. Noor is here. Hi, Noor. Welcome. How are you? Hi. Let's see who is next. I put a like and subscription, right? My name is Mimi. Hi, Mimi. Welcome. How are you? Hi, Dimas. Welcome back. How are you doing today? Hide and seek को बंगाली में लुक्को चोरी बोलते. I also like this game. Manvi, hi Manvi, welcome. How are you? Hi dear Yasmin. Here is yours. Welcome. Hi dear Baron. Here is your good name. Hi Dua, how are you? Here is yours. Amna. Oh, let me write that out. Amna is here. Hi Amna. Welcome. How are you? Hi dear Ines. Here is a good name. Hello, Purvi. How are you, dear? Here is yours. Hello, dear. Riacha. No, Riracha. Riracha is here. Hi, Riracha. How are you? Here is yours. Hello, dear Satya. Here is your beautiful name. Welcome. Maria, hi Maria, here is yours. I am good, dear Amna. How about you? Hi, dear Walija. Walija or Wajiha? Walija is such a unique name. Here is yours. Hi. Thank you. You're most welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Let's see who is next. Nimra. Hi, Nimra. How are you? Welcome. No, it's horrible. That's horrible, dear. Let's see, Rosabella. Hi, Rosabella. Welcome. How are you? Here is yours. Thank you so much for joining, dear Rosabella. Hello, dear Ashir. Here is your good name. Welcome. Natale. Natale, what's your good name? Here is yours. I'm doing good, dear moderator. How about you? Here is yours. Welcome. वो भी ठीक है. Hello, dear. Let's write Sigaji's name. Here is yours. You're the only one who always write our names and give a lot of love, and others so are so moody. They just mention every gift sharing people. Oh, I think comparison is not a good thing. Everybody has its uniqueness on its own. Hi, Ara. Welcome. How are you? But thank you so much, dear. Thank you. Hi, dear Osuruk. Here is your beautiful name. How are you? Hi, Anaya. Hi, Anaya. Welcome. Hi, Rafia. How are you? I'm good too. Thank you so much for joining. Let's see, Anaya. Let's write Anaya. Let's see, Anaya. What I am saying. Here is yours. Hi, Osuruk. Here is your beautiful name. Welcome again, Arav. Hello, Arav. How are you? Here is your beautiful name. Why are you so shocked, dear moderator? Hi, Rafia. Welcome. How are you? Here is yours. Thank you for joining. Honia. Hi, Dana. Welcome. How are you? Hello, dear. Crystal, welcome back. How are you doing? Here is your beautiful name. Welcome, dear. Hi, dear. No, I'm not comparing you or others. I'm just sharing with you as a sister. No, no, it's okay. Thank you so much. I'm not sure if I'm worried. No, why are you worried? Meher, hi Meher. Here is yours. Thank you so much, dear. Lots of love. Hi, dear Zafira. Here is yours. How are you? Hello, dear Rawabi. Here is your beautiful name. Welcome. Hi, Hania. Laz. Laz. Let's keep it hidden. Hi, dear Anam. Here is yours. How are you? Hi, dear Gilly. Oh, what are you making? You have dear. Here is yours. Hi, Dua. How are you? Thank you. You're most welcome. Hello, dear Gopika. Guys, don't forget to double tap on your screens. Hello, dear Rinda. Here is yours. How are you? Hi, dear Sharanya. Sharanya. Here is yours. Zaki, please don't spam. You know why I am. No, no, I don't know. G-U-U-S-J and E. Hi, Asma. Hello, Asma. Welcome. How are you? Hi, dear Isra. Here is your beautiful name. Sarah. Hi, Sarah. How are you? Welcome. Talib. Hi, Talib. Here is yours. Hi, dear Sakina. Here is your beautiful name. How are you? तुम मेरी आंखों में लाइट पड़ेगी या मुझे अभी मॉडरेटर को बोलो कि फिर से टाइम आउट नहीं लगाना प्लीज Okay, dear moderator, please don't give him time out. Sakina, hi Sakina, welcome. Hi, dear Laura. Here is your beautiful name. Welcome. Hi, Arsha. Here is yours. Welcome. Hi. Who's here? Huram. Hi, Huram. Welcome. How are you? Here is, let me change my brush. Here is yours. Welcome, dear Huram. How are you? Hello, dear Kanaya. Here is your beautiful name. Hi, dear Fazla. Here is yours. Hi, Asma. Welcome. Hello, dear Misbah. Vrinda is done, dear. Oh, no, dear Laz. Misbah. Hi, Misbah. Welcome. Here is yours. Hi, dear Marisa. Here is your good name. Welcome. Aisha. Hi, Aisha. How are you? Hello, dear Annabelle. Annabelle is here. Hi, welcome. Hi, dear Iman. Here is your beautiful name. Hello, Alika. Here is yours. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. Jenny. Here is hi, dear Powell. Here is your good name. Hello, dear Suhan. Here is yours. Welcome, dear Suhan. How are you? Please don't write your names in paragraphs, guys. Okay, but yeah, otherwise I know. Otherwise, you have authority. You have an authority to do this. Hi, Tushar. Welcome. Hi, dear Sujan. How are you? Hi, dear Shelley. Here is your good name. Welcome. Onyx. Hey, how are you? A good day to all of you. Let's see who is next. Muhammad. Hi. Here is yours. Guys, don't write your name in paragraphs, otherwise I can't see the other messages. Selena, hi Selena, welcome. And I'm half blind, as you guys know. Hi Pragun, just kidding. Here is yours. How are you? Hello, dear Usma. Hi Usma. Here is your beautiful name. Hi, dear. Okay, thank you. Hi, Sarah. Welcome back. I am good. How about you, dear? Thank you for asking. Here is yours. Hi, Eliza. Here is your beautiful name. Hello, Eliza. Here is Shiksa. Yeah, it's right. Here is yours. Hi, dear Ranju. Here is your good name. Hi, dear. Oh, we have another Aisha in the chat. Hi, Aisha. Welcome. How are you? Here is yours. Hi, dear Vano. Here is your good name. Hello, dear Arman. Here is yours. Thank you, dear. Thank you. Lots of love. Here is yours. Hi, dear Sarah. Here is a good name. Welcome. Hi, Shiksha. Yeah, yeah. I was looking the comment. Shiksha. Now it's good. I think. Now it's perfect. Hi, Rabia. How are you? Rabia. Here is yours. Welcome. Hi, dear. Alexa is here. Hi, Alexa. Here is a good name. Hi, dear Jasleen. Here is yours. How are you? You can tell me with the Amina. Hi, Amina. Welcome. How are you? Moderator. Let me check. You can tell me with this name is it? Oh, you can call. Yeah. Your hands do not hurt while writing. No, dear. Not at all. Hi, Aisha. Welcome. Here is yours. How are you? Hey, dear Hajar. Here is yours. Hajar is here. Hi. Hello, dear Nike. Here is yours. Hello, dear Anj. Here is your beautiful name. Hi, dear Lisa. Here is your good name. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hello, Salman. How are you? Here is yours. Hi, Utsav. Welcome. How are you? Hello, dear Alexia. Here is your good name. Welcome. Sophia. My voice is lagging? Oh no. Oh no. Don't do it. Here is yours. Hi, dear. God. Give him Instagram, dear moderator. Here is yours. Hi, dear Nimra. Here is your good. How are you? Hi, dear Tehseen. Is your beautiful name? Welcome, dear Tehseen. How are you? And now it's like, hi, Trisha. Trisha wants a screenshot. Dear Trisha, go for it if you can. No. Network is my biggest enemy. Don't know why it's lagging, but yeah, it's lagging. Hi, Sukhman. Welcome. Hello, dear Sukhman. How are you? Here is your beautiful name. Why are you lagging, dear stream? Oh, hi, welcome back, dear Aisha. How are you? Let me turn off the Wi-Fi of this phone to let's check. If it's still lagging, do let me know. No, I have some issues with Instagram every time suspend. Taiba is here. Hi, Taiba. Welcome. How are you? Hello, dear. Meera, what's your name? Ronak. Hi, Ronak. Welcome. How are you? Dear moderator, is the stream is still lagging? Do let me know, please. Hi Halis, welcome. Hi Sarah, how are you? Here is yours. Welcome. Hello, I'm good. What about you? I'm good too, dear Aisha. Thank you so much for joining. It's ready. Now, hi Pavni, welcome. How are you? Hello, dear Nico. Here is yours. Hi OG, welcome back. How are you doing today? What was your name? I forgot. It's Karan? No, Kabir? Kabir, I think. Hi Kabir Khan, welcome back. How are you? Hey dear chat, here is yours. Hello dear Seiran, here is your good name. Don't forget to press the subscribe and like button, guys. Hi dear Dima, here is yours. I am good, dear. Thank you for asking. Here is yours. Hello Pradeep, how are you? Here is your beautiful name. Hi dear Duana, here is yours. Hello dear Hania, here is your good name. Hi dear Aya, here is yours. Yes, brother. Hello, dear Huda. Here is your good name. How are you? Hey, dear Rose. Here is yours. Hello, dear. What? Poonam. Here is your beautiful name. How are you? Welcome, dear. Hi, Api. Yes, Isaac. Here is your good name. Guys, I turned off the Wi-Fi of this phone, so that's why I am not be able to reading all the comments except the names. Hi, Tuna. How are you? Here is yours. Hi, Gokas. Welcome back. Ammo is back. Hey, brother. How are you? Hi, dear Udaya. Here is your beautiful name. Hi, dear Kiran. Here is yours. How are you? Hello, dear Hamza. Here is your beautiful name. Welcome, Hamza. Hi, dear Daisy. Okay. Here is yours. Hi, dear Gabby. Here is your good name. Hello, dear Arisha. Here is yours. Ma'am, after your request, change the name of this ID into original Gokas. Yes, that's the spirit. Thank you. Hi, dear Faiz. Here is yours. Welcome. Hello, dear. What's your name? My name is Drishti. Hi, Drishti. How are you? Here is your beautiful name. Hi, dear name Arfin. Hi, Arfin. How are you? Here is yours. Hello, dear Sewal. Hi, happy birthday, dear. How are you doing? Hi, Wajiha. Welcome. How are you? Here is your beautiful name. Hello, dear Mia. Here is yours. Hi, dear Yasin. Here is your beautiful name. Don't forget to double tap on your screens. Hi, dear Kiera. Here is your beautiful name. Please, Vasha. Hi, Vasha. How are you? Here is yours. Hi, dear yum, yum, yum. Mavish. Mavish is here. Hi, Mavish. Welcome. Here is your beautiful name. Hi, dear Sitara. Here is yours. Hey, dear cutie. Here is yours. Don't be sad. Hi, honey. Welcome. Hey, Ellie. Welcome back. How are you doing today? Here is your good name. Hi, dear Arifa. Here is yours. Have a good day, dear. Thank you for joining. Hello, dear Antima. Here is yours. How are you? Hi, sunshine. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy. Welcome back. Who is saying motto? Oh no. Hi, dear Roger. Here is yours. How are you? Hello, dear Ahmad. Here is a good name. How are you? Hi, dear. Harim is here. Hello, Harim. How are you? Here is yours. Hi, dear Khaila. Here is your beautiful name. How are you? Hi, Kansa. Hi, dear Kansa. Here is yours. How are you? Hello, dear Samia. Here is a good name. Dear moderator, who is asking from you about the Instagram? Hi Fakir, here is yours. How are you? Hello, dear Asan. Here is your good name. Welcome, guys. Don't forget to double tap on your screens, and there is a subscribe button waiting for your finger press. Let's move to the next name, which is Nia. Hey, dear Nia. Welcome. How are you? Hello, dear Ashi. Here is your beautiful name. Hi, dear Giulik. Here is yours. It's hard to see the comments through the phone because okay, let's see who is next is है तो लड़का ख्याल वरना मासी जी मुझे नहीं चाहिए ज़ामरान है. Oh, hi Nova, welcome. How are you? Hello, dear Asia. Here is yours. Zamran, which kind of talk you wanna do with him? Hi Ali, here is your beautiful name. Hello, dear Hassan. Here is yours. How are you? Hi, dear Ain. Here is yours. Welcome. Hello, Kirti. How are you, dear? Here is your beautiful name. Have a good day. Hi, Purvi. How are you? Here is yours. Hello, dear Dua. Here is a good name. Hello, dear Miss Misbah. Oh, hi, Misbah. Welcome. How are you? Here is a good name. Hi, Mehak. Welcome. Don't be sad, dear. Here is yours. Hello, dear. Rayof. Rayof. Oh, wow. What a unique name you have. Here is yours. Hello, dear Maria. Here is your good name. Welcome. Hi, dear Pooja. Is it lagging, guys? Dear moderator, is the stream is lagging? Hi Pooja, welcome. Hi Anshika. Anshika is here. Hi Anshika, how are you? Here is yours. Hello dear. Good. You are on the right track, dear moderator. Hi Sean, welcome. How are you? Here is your. It's fine now, thank you. DJ is here. Hi guys, don't forget to double tap on your screen. Deepti Dev. Deepti and Dev. Here is yours. How are you? Hi dear Avni. Here is your beautiful name. Hello dear Emma. Here is yours. Hi Zainab. How are you? Here is your good name. Yes. Yeah. Hello, dear Kesia. Here is yours. Welcome. Hi, Kiran. How are you, dear? Welcome. Here is your beautiful name. Hi, dear Selena. Here is yours. I don't know why the brush is not brushing. Here is your good name. Hello, dear Yara. Here is yours. Hi, dear Zimal. Here is yours. How are you, dear Zimal? Hello, dear Naman. Here is yours. Welcome, dear Naman. How are you? Hi, Iyot. Here is yours. Hello, अभी आप ऐसे क्यों नहीं करते guys? Don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay, now I said this. Guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hi, dear Isa. Here is yours. Welcome. Hello, dear Sahi. Here is your beautiful name. Hello, dear Seima. Hi, Seima. Merhaba. Here is yours. Hi, dear Oliver. Here is your beautiful name. Hello, Zuzia. How are you? Guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hello, dear Ravia. What a unique and beautiful name you have. Here is yours. Hello, dear Amna. Here is your good name. Hi, dear Saji. Here is yours. Sorry, dear Aisha, because I turned off my second phone, so I can't be able to read each and every long comment. Hey, Gala, how are you? Accept the names. Hello, dear Sarah. Here is your beautiful name. How are you? Hello, dear Anshika. Here is yours. Welcome. Zaman. Oh, acha. No problem, no problem. Hi, dear Ames. How are you? Here is your good name. Hello, dear Polly. Here is yours. Hi, dear Pragya. Here is your beautiful name. It's my birthday. Can you do please? Why not, dear Ayat? Happy birthday. Here is your good name. Hello, dear. We have Zanzad. Oh wow, what a unique name you have. Here is yours. Hi, dear Sakshi. How are you? Here is your good name. Hello, dear. My name is Anna. Beautiful name is here, dear Anna. How are you? Hi, Ruhi. Welcome. Here is your beautiful name. Hi, dear Suva. Here is yours. Hello, dear Sundas. Here is yours. How are you? Hello, dear Anshita. Anshita. Hi, Anshita. Welcome. How are you? Here is your good name. Hello, dear Pooja. Here is yours. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. Hi, dear Shraddha. Oh, why is it so hard? Shraddha is here. Hi. Double DHA. Here is yours. Hello, Shruti. How are you? Here is your beautiful name. Hi, dear Naisha. Here is yours. Welcome, dear Naisha. How are you? Let me write your good name again because I'm doing the same mistake. Naisha. Now it's good. Here is yours. Hello, dear Mirha. Hi, Mirha. Welcome. How are you? Don't forget to double tap on your screen, guys. Jehun. Hi, dear Army. How are you? Hello, dear Yashi. Here is your beautiful name. You're from Kurdistan. Oh, so good to have you here. Hi, Charlotte. Welcome. How are you? Result? Hi, Imran. How are you? Zamran. Hi, dear Aya. Here is yours. Hi, dear Luca. Here is a good name. Hello, dear. Hi, all of you. Welcome. Maya. Hi, here is yours. Hello, dear. I don't know. Maybe she is busy. Hi, Ishal. Welcome. How are you? Hello, dear. Are you from Finland? I don't know which flag is this, dear. I don't have so much knowledge about the flags. Hi, Mocha. How are you? Hello, dear Sana. Here is your beautiful name. Hi, dear Ray. Here is yours. Hello, dear Subha and Pradeep. Let's Subha. Subha, and let me check the spelling of yours. It's Subha, Subha. Let me correct myself. It's Subha and Pradeep. Hi. Welcome, dear. Here is yours. Hi, dear Hood. Here is your beautiful name. How are you? Hi, Mahi. Welcome. Here is yours. Sophia is here. Hi, Sophia. Welcome, dear. Here is your good name. Hello. Let's write Kurdistan for you. Kurdistan. Here is yours. Lots of love, dear. Thank you for joining. Hi, dear Zoe. Here is your good name. Hello, dear Asmin. Here is yours. Let's see who is next. Hi, Gurleen. How are you? Here is your good name. Welcome. Hi, dear Kashvi. Here is yours. Guys, don't forget to double tap on your screens. Hey, dear Ashtay, here is your good name. Hello, dear Pahal, here is yours. Next is Aurora. Hi, Aurora, how are you? Here is your beautiful name. Hello, hi, Harshita. Hi, Harshita, dear, how are you? Here is your beautiful name. Dear Girly, hi, Azan. How are you? Here is your beautiful name. You're most welcome, dear. Lots of love. Hi, dear Usad. Here is yours. Welcome. Hi, dear Namra. Here is your good name. How are you? Hello, dear Huda. Here is yours. My name is Ishal. Hey, Anna. Welcome. Here is yours. Hi, dear Hushi. Kushi is here. Hi, how are you, dear? Here is yours. Hello, dear Lara. Here is your beautiful name. Hi, dear. Here is yours. Yes? No, right after 15 maybe minutes. Okay, bye bye. Okay, let's see who is next, guys. Oh, hi Zoe, welcome. How are you? Hello, dear Pasley. Here is your beautiful name. Hello, dear Roshan. Here is yours. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hi, dear Luca. Here is your good name. Hello, dear. Huh? What's your name? Jake. Hi, Jake. Here is yours. Hello, dear Ishan. Here is a good name. How are you? What is he saying, dear moderator? Ariba. Hi, Ariba. Welcome. How are you? Niloy and Prima. Niloy and Prima. Hi. Unique names. Here are yours. Next is Saad. Hi Saad, welcome. How are you? Hello, dear Meili. Here is your beautiful name. Welcome. Hi Fabia. How are you? Don't forget to press the like and subscribe button. Hi, dear Olivia. Here is yours. Hello, dear G. So long time no see. Here is yours. Thanks. You're most welcome, dear. Thank you. Hi, dear Lena. Here is yours. Hi. Hello, dear Addie. Here is your beautiful name. Thank you so much, dear. Lots of love. Hi, Sana. Welcome. Let's see who's gonna be the 80s liker, guys. Hi, Nicole. How are you? Here is yours. Hello, dear Lisa. Here is your good name. What? What are you saying? I like only one and one YouTuber. Ishal. After that, I will leave you. Who said this? Hi, Lara. Welcome. Here is yours. Hello, dear Zoe. Here is your beautiful name. Hello, dear Yasmini. Here is yours. How are you? Hi, dear Gion. Here, Gion and Maria. Okay, let's try both. Oh, I think it's two there. Let's write here. Gion and Maria. Now it's good, I think. Here is yours. Welcome. Nicole and Carla. Nicole and Carla. Don't forget to double tap on your screen and there is a subscribe button waiting for your finger press. We have Zema. Hi Zema, welcome. How are you? Hello dear. What's your name? Bung and A. Hard to pronounce for me, but yeah, here is yours. Hi dear. Kah Kahtan. Oh wow. What a unique name you have. Here is yours. Hello, dear Hirdika. Here is your good name. Welcome, Hirdika. How are you? Hi, dear Fatima. Here is yours. Welcome. Hello, dear Ariba. Here is yours. Welcome, dear Ariba. How are you? Hi, Zoe. Here is yours. Hello, dear. Okay, Kashyap and Iman. Here it is here. And the Bella is here. Hey, yes. Yes, yes. Mia. Hi, Mia. Welcome. How are Yeah, I'm here, dear. Hi, Insha. How are you? Here is yours. Hello, dear Amy. Here is your good name. Hi, dear Sohail. Here is yours. How are you? Hello, dear Handy. Here is your good name. Let's see who is next. Hi, Hania. Hania is here. Let's see who is next. It's Inaya. Hi, Inaya. Welcome. How are you, dear? Hello, dear Ritu. Here is yours. Hello, dear Marina. Here is your good name. How are you? Hi, dear Mirza. Here is yours. Welcome. So someone was praising you on my post. Ah, literally? Hi, Zaim. Welcome. On my comment, the goat? Hi, dear Asad. Here is yours. I can't believe this. Hey, Jabber. Welcome. On Muhammad Ali's post, right? Here is yours. Hi, Zan. Here is your good name. Hello, dear Hiba and Ali. Hiba and Ali. Here are yours. Hi, dear. Huh? What's a good name? Aminata. Oh, wow. Aminata is here. What a unique name you have. Where are you from, dear? Here is yours. Hello, dear Zay. Here is your good name. Hi, dear Ruhi and Ruhi. Okay. Ruhi. Hi, Ruhi. Welcome. Here is your beautiful name. Hi, dear Saad. Here is yours. Hi, Arhan. Welcome. How are you? Here is yours. Welcome, Arhan Pathan. How are you doing? Hi, Lamar. Welcome. Here is yours. Hello, dear Alina. Here is your beautiful name. Let's see who's gonna be the 90s liker, guys. Have to complete 100 yet. Hello, dear. No, Ellie. How are you? Hi, Yaswini. Here is your beautiful name. How are you? No, it was Whitey on your community. I was posted that was anniversary post. Who's the person? Hi Zoe, welcome. How are you? Hello dear Hannah. Here is your beautiful name. Thank you so much for joining. Let's see it. Love your life. You always write my name. Inaya, lots of love. Thank you for joining again, dear. Hey dear Hannah, how are you doing? Hi Samara. How are you? Here is yours. Hello dear Meher. Here is your good name. How are you? Hi dear Aisha. Here is yours. Hello dear Roshan. Here is your good name. How are you? Hello, dear Avneet. Avneet? Avreet. Oh, what a unique name you have, dear Avreet. Here is yours. Hi, it's Daisy. I don't know who. Okay, okay. It's Daisy. Hi, here is yours. Hello, dear Emmer. Here is your good name. How are you? Hi, dear Marivan. Welcome back. How are you doing today? Merhaba. Here is yours. Hi, dear Ishal. Welcome, dear. Here is yours. Hi, dear. Thank you. You're most welcome, dear. Oh, Pathan is angry. Don't angry, man. Here is your good name. How are you? Hello, dear Neha. Here is yours. Hello, you're from Uzbekistan. Lots of love, dear. Welcome. Prakriti. No, Let me check the spelling of you. Prakriti. Yeah, on the right track. Prakriti. Here is yours. Welcome. Hi, Snow. Here is your beautiful name. I miss you so much, dear Snow. Hello, dear Iman. Here is yours. How are you? Hi, dear Mishti. Here is your beautiful name. Thank you so much, Mary Bon. Lots of love. Thank you for joining again. Hello, how are you? I am good. How about you? Hi, Malu. Welcome. Here is yours. Hello. Hi. Diana is here. Hi, dear Diana. Here is your beautiful name. Hello, dear Evie or Levy. What's a good name? Hi, Meher. How are you? Here is your beautiful name. Hi, dear Marco. Here is yours. Hello, dear. Happy to see you again, dear. Thank you so much. Let's write Ashish. Hi Ashish, welcome. Here is yours. Hello, dear Amy. Hey Amy. Here is your beautiful name. Thank you so much, Anaya. Meerab Noor. Hi Meerab Noor. How are you? Here is your beautiful name. Welcome. Don't forget to press the subscribe and like button. We have Prasana. Sis, is everything was okay today? Yes, yeah, all good. Yes, I can say. Prasana. Let me check the spelling of you. Oh my god, please don't write your names in paragraphs, guys. I can't be able to see the other one. Here is yours. Hi Prasna, welcome. Hi Mirella. How are you? Here is your beautiful name. How are you? Hi Bhavni. How are you, dear? Welcome. Here is yours. Thank you so much for joining. Hi, dear daddy. Here is your good name. How are you? Hello, dear Samu. Here is yours. Hello, dear Amir. Here is your beautiful name. Okay, moving to the Sophia. Hi, Sophia. Welcome. Let's see who's gonna be the 100 liker, guys. Here is yours. Hi, Vaishnavi. Here is your beautiful name. How are you? Hi, dear Ria. Here is yours. Welcome. Hey, dear Zamran with another ID. Hi, Zamran. Welcome. How are you? Hello, dear Master. Here is your good name. Hi, dear Eden. Here is yours. Thank you so much for joining. Okay, let's try Hadija. You are an anime lover, right? Here is your good name. Welcome. Hello, dear. Precious is back. Hi, Precious. How are you doing today? Here is yours. Have a good day. Hi, dear Elida. Here is yours. Welcome. Sis, which type you want to talk? Only hint. There are so many. Oh God. So many things. But now it's totally fine. Hi Imala, welcome. How are you? Hello dear Edgar. Here is your good name. How are you dear? Hello dear Malika. Here is yours. Have a good day to all of you. Izu. Hi Izu, welcome. Hi dear Karthik. How are you? Here is your good name. Hello dear Hi, Maria. Here is you look. Zamran is little. Oh God, who is doing this? So sorry, guys. Sondas is here. I think I have to mute for some time. Hi, Zian. Welcome. Hello, everyone. Guys, there is some noises coming from outside, so that's why I muted the live. Please don't mind. Sata is here. Hi. Okay. Bye bye, dear Inaya. Take care. Thank you so much for joining. Guys, don't forget to double tap on your screens, and there is some noises coming from outside. That's why I have to mute. No, that's why I muted. See, listen. Okay, thank you so much for joining, everyone. Don't forget to double tap on your screens. I am good, dear Zoya. Can you guys hear me? Oh no, again noise. Guys, whenever I turn on the mic, there is noises coming from outside, and when I mute it, then it's all perfect. Don't know what's going on with me. Emily is here. Hi Zoya, welcome back. I am good. How about you, dear? Don't forget to double tap on your screens. I'm going to writing your beautiful names, and because of the noises coming from outside, that's why I muted. Hi, I welcome tonight. No, it's all good, dear moderator. Don't need to worry about this. It's not about Subgaji or anyone. It's just a casual talk. Hey, Annie, welcome. How are you? Hi, dear Omima. Here is yours. Welcome. Hello, dear Danish. Listen. Okay, thanks dear. Nice to meet you. You're most welcome, dear Omima. Lots of love. Hi Tehseen, how are you? Hello, dear Durban. How are you? Welcome. Guys, can you guys hear me now? Umaima. Hi Umaima. Well, oh no. On with no, it's not. Oh dear, there is something wrong with your voice. No, it's not about my voice. It's about the coming noises coming from the outside, and I think they are pranking with me. Whenever I turn off on the mic, it's getting. I am good. How about you, Hasib bhai? Welcome back. Hi, Krishan. Now, no, no, Zoya, not at all. And I don't wanna see the ghost. Hi, Misha. Welcome. How are you? Hello, Mystery. Welcome back. How are you? Here is your beautiful name. Welcome. Hello, dear. Hi, Samya. Here is your beautiful name. Welcome, dear. Hello, dear. Oh God, really? LF BMW से कहाँ पर करता है मज़ा आया था. What? I don't understand what's the meaning of your question. Hi, Farhan. Welcome back. How are you? Here is yours. Hello, Mustafa. Mustafa. Here is your beautiful name. Hello, dear Maru. Oh no. Edgar, Edgar, if you mentioned me, I was not here. We have another Edgar in our stream. How are you, dear Edgar? Now you are here, right? Hassan, hi Hassan, welcome. How are you? Hello, dear Riyadh. Hello, Riyadh. How are you? Here is your good name. Welcome. Hi, Gojo. Here is your sis वास्प ने कहाँ पर काटा था क्या मजा आता ओ बहुत बुरा बहुत so horrible there right there you can even see the bite of a wasp here and my hand was swollen and it's too painful. Cindy, hi Cindy. After taking 3 doses of medicine, now I am here. Hi Cindy, welcome. Hi dear Amen, how are you? Here is yours. Hello dear Shahana. Here is yours. And I was crying for hardly, I think, sharp 3 hours. Yeah, 3 hours continuously crying. Hello dear Deliandi. Oh wow, what a good name you have. Here is yours. How are you? Thank you for joining. Hi, dear Anas. Here is your beautiful name. Hey, Mystery. Welcome back. Hi, dear Shahana. Here is yours. Sha. No. Shahana. Here is yours. How are you? Hello, dear Arthur, how are you? Here is a good name. Welcome. Hi, sis मेरे भाई को टर्न से भी 12 सेकेंड स्टिंग लगे बाद में स्किन डॉक्टर के पास जाना पड़ा बहुत ज़्यादा जिस टाइम मुझे काटा है ना सुबह सुबह उस टाइम डॉक्टर भी नहीं बैठते हैं और उसके 3 घंटे बाद जाके डॉक्टर के पास गई हूँ तब तक मैं बस क्या ही बताऊँ ऐसे Fish without water. Hey Amy, welcome. How are you? Hi dear Jamai. Here is your beautiful name. How are you? Hello dear Amy. Here is yours. How are you? Hi dear more mystery Hussein. Let's write Hussein. Here is yours. Welcome. Hi Tuba. How are you? Here is your good name. Hi Faisal. Michael Jackson. हेलो फैसल हाउ आर यू हियर इज़ योर जी जी बोलें क्या बात करनी है आपने उर्दू में हाय अबूद हियर इज़ योर गुड नेम हाउ आर यू हेलो डियर फतीहा हियर इज़ योर फतीहा फतीहा हियर इज़ योर्स अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह ओह गुड टू नो डियर हाय बाद में जब ख़ारिश होती है तो मज़ेदार की होती है नहीं मुझे ख़ारिश ही नहीं हुई क्योंकि हमने वो कीज़ और जो ताला है वो बहुत ज़्यादा ही रगड़ लिया था तारन हाय इस वजह से स्वेलिंग भी बहुत कम हुई थी वरना स्वेल हो रहा था यहाँ से बहुत ज़्यादा बट उसके बाद जो है वो कम हो गया था ये देखो अभी भी दिख रहा होगा उसके बाद स्वेलिंग नहीं हुई थी ये फ़ायदा हो गया था पूरे 3 घंटे तक ताले को रगड़ने का Hey dear Abella, here is yours. How are you? एक दफ़ा जब मैं छोटी थी तब मुझे काटा था मेरी आँख के पास और मेरे बैक ऑफ द हैंड यहाँ पे। तब तो मेरा ये इतना ज़्यादा स्वेल हो गया था, लेकिन तब का दर्द मुझे याद नहीं है, लेकिन ये मैं कभी भी नहीं भूलूंगी। दैट वाज हॉरिबल मैन, हॉरिबल, बहुत ज़्यादा। हाय रोमैसा, वेलकम एंड यूर सॉरी फॉर कमिंग अगेन। थैंक यू फॉर कमिंग अगेन। Long time no see. Hi Ahil, welcome. How are you? Here is your beautiful name. Welcome dear. Don't forget to like and subscribe guys. Just Kirat is here. Hi Just Kirat. How are you? Here is yours. Hi Tanya. How are you dear? Here is your beautiful name. Welcome. Hello dear Arnav. What? Amy, I don't hear you. Can you guys hear me? Because Amy said, I think there is no voice. Hi, dear Arnav. Here is your good name. I am fine, and you? Oh, that means you guys can hear me. Hi, Zahra. Welcome. I am good too, dear. Thank you for joining. Thank you for asking. Hello, dear Vin. Here is yours. How are you? मुझे बी ने कहा था एक बार बी और वास्प अलग होते हैं ना। यस, नहीं नहीं अलग होते हैं। वास्प जो होता है वो भीड़ को बोलते हैं, भीड़। Pasley is here. Hi Pasley. Thank you for telling Mosem hi. Here is yours. Hi dear Anujit. Here is your good name. Welcome. Hi dear Tanya and Vinay. Welcome back. How are you doing today, dear? Here is yours. Welcome, dear. Thank you for joining. Hi, I hear you. Yay. Oh, thank God. I. Hi. Hello, dear Lubna. Here is your good name. Welcome. Here इतना अजीब सा नाम है। इसलिए तो वैस भी ठीक है ना। Hi, dear Nicoletta. Here is your beautiful name. Hi, dear Amana. It's Amna here. Hello, dear Amna. How are you? Welcome. Hi, dear Mehrush. Welcome back. How are you doing? Long time no see, dear. How are you? Welcome, dear Mumasha. Hi, Mumasha. How are you? Here is your good name. Have a good day. Hi, dear Ahel. Here is yours. पहले से होते हैं उसका स्टिंग पिंकफुल होता है पीले से। हम बचपन में हाँ बहुत ज़्यादा पेनफुल होता है, और अगर आपको पता ना ना वो अचानक काटे तो और ज़्यादा पेनफुल होता है। Hi Violetta, here is yours. Hello dear Lily, here is your beautiful name. Hi dear Trust G. Let's write your good name. Oh, let me check the spelling. Is it right? Let me check. Trust, yes. Trust G, here is yours. Hi. Hello dear. Nam आपके cute boy आ चुका है. Welcome back. Our cute boy is here. Hi, how are you? Hello, dear Shamsi. Here is yours. Guys, don't forget to double tap on your subscribe button. Waiting for your finger press. Nora is here. Hi, Nora. Welcome. Thank you so much, Jenny. Jenny, here is yours. Hi, dear Joanna. Here is your beautiful name. Hello, dear Zainab. Here is yours. Hi, Lily. ¿Cómo estás? Here is yours. Let's write your beautiful name, dear Lily. Here is yours. Hello, dear Parish. Here is welcome. Hi, dear North. How are you? Hello, dear. I, Let me turn on the translator, I think. What are you saying? I don't understand this language. Dear Talal, I can't understand this language. Ma'am, is the food ready? Which food? Hi Zafar, welcome. How are you? Here is yours. Oh, I forgot we have to go. Hasik but brother's house. Mimo. Hi, here is your beautiful name. Hi Harshita, how are you? Here is yours. Welcome, dear. Hello, dear Olivia. Here is your beautiful name. How are you? Hello. I love you, dear Amy. Hello, dear Farah. Here is yours. Welcome. Hi, Suhana. Here is your beautiful name. Okay, let's see who is next. Hello, dear Nima. Here is yours. How are you? Hi, Yusra. Here is your beautiful name. How are you, dear Yusra? Let's see who is next. Paula. Hi, dear Paula. How are you? Here is yours. Hello, Farzana. Good, thanks. You're most welcome, dear. Hi, Farzana. How are you? Here is yours. Welcome. Hi, dear Ronet. Here is your beautiful name. How are you? Hi, Isha. Oh, we have another Isha. Hi. Uh, Api. Yes, Zamran. I think you are the different Zamran. We have two Zamran in the chat. Hello, dear Asma. Here is yours. How are you? Hello, dear Omu. Here is yours. Welcome. Hi, Kritvik. Oh, wow. Here is your good name. Welcome, Kritvik. How are you? Hi, dear Virjot. Here is yours. Welcome. Hi, dear Valentina. Valentina is here. Hi, Valentina. How are you? I miss you in these days, Api. So much. Hi, Pooja. Welcome. How are you? Here is your good name. Hello, dear Amin. Here is yours. Don't forget to double tap on your screens, and there is a subscribe button waiting for your finger press. My name is Ishal. We have a Ishal in the chat, and the host is Ishal too. Hi, dear Grace. How are you? Here is your good name. Hello, dear Mani. Here is yours. Hi, dear Pikachu. Hey, welcome back. How are you doing today? Pihu. Hi, dear Pihu. Here is yours. Hello, dear Ima. Here is your good name. Hello, dear Malaika. Malaika. Malaika, here is yours. Hi, dear. Oh, Remas. Welcome back. Here is yours. Hi, dear Amy. Here is your beautiful name. Hello, dear Yasser. Here is yours. Hello, dear Mubashir. Mubashir. Here is your good name. How are you? Hi, dear Damia and Amni. Okay. And Amni. Here is yours. Guys, don't forget to double tap on your screens. We have Anil. Hi, Anil. How are you? Here is your beautiful name. Oh, next is Salim. Here is your beautiful name. Welcome. Hi, Asma. Okay, Asma. Here is yours. If you want a screenshot of your good name, dear, you can take it now. Hi, Medina. Welcome. Hi, Zaryab. Hello, Hajira. Medina Zaryab Hajira. Medina Zaryab Hajira. Medina. Hi, welcome. Zaryab. Hello, dear Zaryab. How are you? And Hajira. Here is yours. Welcome, dear. Hello to all of you. Good day. Hi, dear. Zaryab is done now. Hello, dear Amar. Here is yours. Welcome. Hello, dear. Purnima is here. Here is yours. Welcome. How are you? Okay, let me check who is here. I can say, uh, hi, can you write mom and make crown and smile and hearts, please? Let's try it out. Have to write mom and we need a crown because mom is queen and we need some little tiny hearts and what smile too. Oh, there is. Uh, let's adjust the smile here. Okay, is it approved, dear? I just try. Hello, Kenji. How are you? Welcome. Here is yours. How are you? And it was done at 1 hour and 1 hour and 24. Now it's good. Oh, is the stream is lagging? Oh no, shit. I don't know. Islam, I am a new subscriber. Hi. You have such a beautiful name, Islam. Here is yours. Keep shining always, dear. Let's see who is next. Hi, dear Akashi. Here is yours. Welcome. Hi, dear Arib. Here is yours. Hello, dear Sarah. Here is your beautiful name. Welcome. Hi, dear Dua. Here is your good name. Hi, Kitu. Here is yours. Welcome. Hello, dear Abira. Here is your beautiful name. Hi, dear Inari. Here is yours. Hello, dear Kensei. Here is your good name. Hi, dear Masney. Hi, Masney. How are you? Here is yours. Hi, do you know it was not lagging if you were increased exposure? It was look over bright. Oh, oh no. Dia. Hi, Dia. Welcome. How are you? Okay, guys, now I'm going to end the stream, and our last name for this stream is Rodeep. And it's Ashmal. Oh, Ashmal, you have such a beautiful name and unique name. And thank you so much. You're most welcome, dear. Our last name for this stream is Fardel. Hi, Fardel. How are you? It's Hana. Hi, Hana. How are you, dear? And Maria. Last name for this stream is Mahi. Hi, Mahi. And we are ending on Dia. My name is Isha. Says you have unique name too. Thank you. Hi, dear. Let me. Arai, Rika. Here is yours. Welcome. Hi, Mimi. How are you? Last name क्या कर 10 का नेम लिख चुकी हैं जाते जाते लिख देती हूँ ना Ragavan. Hi, Ragavan. Welcome. Guys, double tap on your screens and I'm going to end this stream. What's the time is it? अरे अरे इतना टाइम हो गया अरे बाबा दीदी हाँ जी Antonella. Antonella, here is yours. No, ज़्यादा ही bright हो गया है. ज़्यादा dark हो गया था. Elise, hi Elise, welcome. And can you make scenery? Oh, this is sand and it's impossible to make a scenery. El Dorado. Here is yours, and we have Vashu. Hi Vashu, how are you? Here is a good name. Hi dear Noah. Here is yours. Hello dear Grace. Here is your beautiful name. Hi dear Gracias. ¿Cómo estás? Hello dear Megu. Here is yours, and last but not the least, we have Aspa. Okay, let's end the stream in the name Asfa. Thank you so much for your precious time, everyone. Thank you so much, dear Ashmal. Here is your here is a cute heart for you. Just के दूसरे फोन चार्ज पर है, नेटवर्क की वजह से बंद कर दिया था. चार्ज पे नहीं है, चार्ज पे तो मैं साथ कनेक्ट करके उसको लगा लेती हूँ. But okay, guys, thank you so much for your precious time and lots of love. Thank you, those who subscribed, those who liked. Love you all. Bye bye. Take care. I'm back after a long time. Yes, Amatullah. Let's write your good name. Long time not see. Amatullah. And now it's time to end. Thank you for your precious time. Bye bye, guys. Take care. Good night. Stay hydrated. Stay safe. Bye.